Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 93.7 The Ticket. Man, I got to give a big shout out to Matt Warner out there in Waverly, Nebraska, Empire Fencing. Y'all keep doing big things, and just know that I appreciate all the love and support you continue to give me. I'm always looking for good people to be on my show, y'all. That's what I do. I go out of my way to find positive people that has something to say and there's something that's going to be inspirational. So I got to tell you a little bit about this too, though. Before I get to my guest, I want y'all to know something. Good people are very scarce. In case y'all didn't know that, I want to make sure you know it. And when I asked this young lady to be my guest on the show, she just said yes. And to me, the fact that she didn't hem and haw and, well, I don't know, that is a sign of somebody that doesn't really want to do it. But I got a straight yes. She has been very instrumental in helping me with my foundation. She takes care of the books for me. I appreciate her for that. And I got to give a big shout out to Kadara Thompson. Man, I appreciate all the stuff you do for the foundation as well. My foundation is called RCS Triumph, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't do it without the help from the people like Andrea, who's my guest tonight, and Kadara. Man, you guys are very special, and all the board members too, so not leaving nobody out. But anyway, when I say good people, I want y'all to know something. Good people, listen to what I'm saying now. Good people are rare. So when you're fortunate enough to find one, hold on to them. Be a good person yourself in return so they'll want to be involved with you in any way they possibly can. So with no further ado, Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Ricky. I appreciate you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the fact that you are willing to take some time out on your weekend. I know you're a busy person as well, but we're going to get into that. First, I want to get everybody caught up on who you are. So let's start with the basics. Where are you from?
I'm from Lincoln. I'm a Lincolnite. I've been here my whole life.
You've been in Lincoln your whole life? What high school did you go to?
Went to Northeast High.
Oh, she's a rocket, y'all. She's a rocket. All right. So tell us what it's like growing up in Lincoln for you. What was it like for you?
Well, for me, I felt like I was kind of like Tom Sawyer. Very wanted to learn everything out there in nature, running around barefooted.
say you was trying to you was doing it the old fashioned way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So growing up in Lincoln, I know is from what I've been told from other people, it's not, it's a different type of environment, but somehow you navigated it, you stayed safe, and you stayed trouble free. So that to me is quite an accomplishment. Now, at Northeast, when you got to high school, what was that like? I mean, can you tell us about high school?
Well, yes, I kind of followed my friends over to Northeast. I lived in Lincoln High District.
Oh, okay.
But my homegirl ran track, so I wanted to go and support her over there at Northeast. So I was able to go over there. I will say, I got pregnant at a young age. I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was told to go get my GED.
Gotcha.
Because I'd be a bad influence to walk across the stage.
Huh. All because you got pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now, okay, I'm assuming, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but you went on and got your GED, is that correct?
I sure did. I went straight from there, right to Southeast Community College, studied up, got my GED, and I walked across the stage with others that got their GED, as well as people who received their associate's degree. So I got to walk across the stage with college students.
Okay, okay. I think that's pretty important, though. That the fact that you got pregnant and you did not give up on your on what was important to you. A lot of people sometimes they get very discouraged. So that what that's telling me is that you basically you figured out a way to get it done.
When you have great social supports, like grandparents,
Yeah,
your parents, you have aunties, when you have great social supports, that makes a difference.
I got you. That makes sense. I guess what I was thinking too, though. Now, you said, now when you had your first kid, you was basically a kid yourself.
Yes. We grew up together.
Got you. Got you. Well, I mean, that's a quite an accomplishment within itself because a lot of times that don't work out well for people, and I know for a fact that had you've had some challenges, but for the most part, you've hung in there really tough, and I'm really proud of you for that. Now, tell us about going. So I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when you went to Southeast Community College, you basically was going there while you were pregnant, or you had the kid.
I already had the child
Okay, and
when I went.
Okay, now you're trying to be a mom and a student.
That's right.
Wow. Oh man. Okay. Well, anybody out there that's listening, I hope y'all understand that, when something unexpected happens, you still got to deal with it.
Right.
And that's what you did. I admire that. Now, after Southeast Community College, what was next for Andrea?
I went on to get a bachelor's degree in social work at Nebraska Wesleyan University
Okay.
and started a nonprofit of my own called Our Dream Achievers Art and Science Program.
Gotcha.
And we have our 501c3, so it's actually a nonprofit
Okay.
organization, and just started serving the community in various ways.
What are some of the things your foundation does? I'm just curious.
Well, we have a life skills program, so helping youth to navigate what careers they might be wanting to look at.
Okay.
And we also try to help them, like sometimes when they get signed up for college, there's some initial fees that they don't tell them about that have to come out your pocket.
Yes.
And so I have a lot of supporters who help to bring that money to those students who need that.
So is this 501c? Is this just for women or is it co-ed?
It's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
That's
Okay.
right.
I'm just trying to make sure I understood that part too, because sometimes when you're trying to help, especially in today's society, you have to let people know, because people just don't know. They assume that, well, that's probably, if she's doing it for youth, it's probably just all girls.
No, it's for everyone. And I also serve families.
Gotcha.
They call me like I'm the mayor sometimes.
Say, you trying to help everybody.
Yes. So that's what it is. If they call me, they know that I know how to navigate through things because I've been here my whole life. So, that's the thing, giving people knowledge so they have the power to navigate things successfully and get to the other side.
Well, I think that's smart, because I'll be honest with you. Sometimes navigating is not easy. And like you say, if you don't have a strong support system, then unfortunately, a lot of people can fall through the cracks, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I'm understanding, you're doing your best to prevent as many people as you can from falling through these cracks, because you understand what you had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that deserves credit. Now, like I said, a lot of people won't see it that way because everybody has the right to look at things the way they choose. But I just want to say I respect it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really do. And you've always been really busy too, though. I mean, I don't know how to say this in a nice way, so I'm just going to say it. You're like a one-legged person in a kick fight. And I don't mean nothing against any one-legged people. Don't take it that way. I mean, but you got to be awful busy to be on one leg and kicking and standing at the same time. So just a little Rickyism that I use, but I want you to know that the fact that you never gave up either. Well, you couldn't give up because if you give up, you got people depending on you, and if you give up, then what do you think is going to happen to them?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I gotta I gotta ask you this question too while I'm thinking about it. Over the years that you've been doing this, what made you want to start a 501c3? I'm just curious.
Well, I have 7 children. Children, Ricky, 4 boys and 3 girls.
Oh wow, okay,
It's bigger than me.
gotcha.
And so if one child brings a friend home, then I got 14 automatically.
Wow,
It increases
yeah,
each time. So it's bigger than me. And it'd be parents who needed help navigating certain things, maybe the school system, and they'll call me because their children know that I know how to navigate through different barriers that might be in place. For
hmm
my students, they might face the same thing, and then I can help them how to navigate their way through. And then it's the village.
right, right. Well, I mean, with 7 kids, you got your plate full just that alone, and then you're willing to help others and their friends. I mean, Andrew, I don't know if anybody's giving you credit, but I think you deserve credit. Because I'm just saying, I mean, to me, I need an 8-day week and a 30-hour day for Ricky. And I ain't getting for 24 and 7. So, wow. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment. Helping all of these people has to, if I had to guess, has to be inside you has to feel good behind that too. Is that
It definitely does. And when I go out in the community, there's nothing greater than people coming up to me, the villagers coming up to me and saying, "Thank you. Thanks for all you do for our community." That's where it's at. You to have some appreciation because it's a thankless position to be in.
Oh yeah, well our society is kind of like that too. I mean, you're doing something great, that don't help the ratings.
Mm-mm.
But if you're doing something that's not great, we got we can support that because that helps the rating.
Mhm.
It's kind of the way it looks. Now I'm not saying that's the way it is, but that's how it looks. Uh, I think that's the very reason why I quit watching television over 15 years ago. I don't watch TV because they don't show me a lot of positive. And but I do, I have nothing against TV. I have nothing against anyone that watches it. But me personally, I would rather spend my time researching positive stuff. I seek and search for positivity anywhere I can, whether it be on the computer, in a book. I just like positive because I've already seen the side effects of negativity. It's not very, to me, it's not very encouraging. So I'm very proud of you. I would like for you to share with us what else you got going on.
Well, I like to sit on different commissions and um, serve in that way too,
Okay,
as the voice of our people, of the people. And
gotcha.
so I'm on the Supreme Court Commission for Children in the Courts. I was appointed to that.
Wow.
I
Okay.
have 3 subcommittees that I'm involved in because those are my passions, which is education, access to services, and equity.
Okay.
And within my first meeting with Equity Subcommittee, I became leadership. And so now I lead the Equity Subcommittee.
Wow.
Then they moved me over to also work with Georgetown University and their RED, which is racial equity and diversity. And so I'm now engagement liaison over there. And I just keep the members together, make sure that they get their payments on time and things like that. I also sit on food access committee to make sure that we stand up for people to be able to eat and have food on their plates.
Wow. So basically, I mean, when you say helping the community, you literally mean helping the community.
Literally, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's impressive because like I said, everybody oh, I'm not going to say everybody, that's probably the wrong word, but I would say a lot of people are thinking only of themselves. And, and I get it, sometimes times can get hard. So, yeah, self preservation, from what I understand, is the first law of nature. I get it. But seems like to me that I'm sure you care about yourself, but it seems like you got a lot of love for everybody else too.
Hmm.
That's what it looks like from the outside looking in. And I just want to say, man, I'm proud of you because man, everybody ain't doing that, including me. I mean, I try to help a lot of people, but I ain't on all them committees that you on. I mean, I ain't gonna tell that lie. I mean, I'm trying to help, but man, I'm kind of fond of sleep. I like to sleep, and you got a lot going on. So I don't know how you rest or how much rest you get, but can't be a whole lot because you're doing so much. I'm just making fun, but I really do respect you. And I want you to know that. And you also, you have, you've had to deal with some adversity in your life at some point too. Is that correct?
Correct.
Could you feel okay about sharing some of that with us?
I feel okay about sharing it.
Okay, well, we listening.
It wasn't easy in school. Um, they shut down Whittier School, and that would have been the middle school I would have got to go to, which was more diverse and, more people from our community. So they divided our community and sent some of us, because they closed down Whittier School, sent some of us to Color Middle School and then some of us to Leffler. So
Oh,
some
gotcha.
friends fell off. Um, there, there were some challenges at the school. I had an art teacher who locked me in the closet one time for something I didn't do. And the student who did it told her, but she didn't want to hear what they had to say. And, all I know is I'm the only brown person in the room. So I'm wondering, is this the reason that she's treating me this way? And, if a parent locks their child in a closet, they go into jail.
Right.
So how can an educator get away with it? She didn't, because my parents and grandparents did what they had to do, come to resolve the issue and make sure that she was a better educator to all students.
Gotcha.
I remember attending school and feeling like I didn't really matter at the school with educators. I don't feel that they really gave me what I really needed to succeed. So I'd find them. There was some in there. I'm not saying it was all bad, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I found those people who uplifted me all the way from grade school. I'm still connected to my principal from grade school to this day.
Gotcha.
He writes letters of recommendation for me. The village really stood up, regardless of the hard times. There were a lot of good people. I remember selling candy at school, and Miss Nevin at Nevin Drug, she'd say, "Andrea, what you doing with all that candy? You come back in here at the end of the day and you're buying more." I'm selling it at school. Well, she said, "You know what? Why don't you just," I went into business at the age of 11.
Oh, wow.
She let me order my own box of that candy, and I got it for less of a price, and I got more candy, and I made more money.
Wow. So you've been an entrepreneur from the start. Andrew out here hustling, y'all. I done heard of people slinging all kinds of things, but I ain't ever heard of people slinging candy. Wow. I mean, well, hey, you know what? If it works, it works. I mean, you came up on it.
Mhm.
That's cool. Now, I also, if I remember correctly, you had some stuff going on health wise.
Mhm.
Are you comfortable sharing that?
Comfortable.
Okay, go ahead.
Around the time I was starting to get my degrees, um, especially when I was at Southeast Community College, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer.
Wow. Oh no. Did y'all hear what she just said? Thyroid cancer. I mean, I'm not a cancer survivor, so I can't speak on it, but I will say this. Cancer, anything is serious. Tell us about that.
It was, I didn't let it scare me or get to me. I just knew I had to live my life. I wasn't going to go lay down in a corner somewhere. I had children that I have to lead. And
Right.
so at the end of the day, I showed them how to get up and keep going regardless. And I'm, as long as I take care of myself, I'm okay. I'm not going to treatments and stuff like that. Thank goodness I'm not. It's it can be in your mind too. It could be your mindset about it. And I
Right.
think that my mindset about it was it's a part of life. You just gotta let's roll with it. I'm gonna keep living my life regardless.
Yes.
And that's what I've done. I also had cancer of the ovaries, had to have those removed, probably maybe a couple of years later. And
Wow.
so just trying to keep that positive mindset. It was hard. I'm not sitting here like,
Yeah.
oh, everything was wonderful.
Right. Right. Right.
That's not realistic. Um, but I did have to work on my mindset and keeping myself right mentally to be able to overcome those barriers.
Yeah.
And that's how I keep moving.
Well, what I got from that is a positive mental attitude. I talk about that all the time. It's not just so that you can be happy. It's to help you navigate, as you would say, life. Positive mental attitude. I want everybody to take a moment and think about positive mental attitude. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't come with a price tag. This is something you personally have to want to do. And it's all between your ears. It starts in the mind, and then the actions will follow. So a positive mental attitude has played a major part in your life as well. Had to, because, once you got past these health issues, it wasn't like life was just fair all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Obstacles and adversity was still doing push-ups, trying to get stronger. And you've navigated that. Looking back on it right now, man, I know this got to be uplifting to know that you have withstood that, and you basically turned a negative into a positive.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
That's right.
wow. I
If you can survive that and still look at things, in a positive light and still try to focus on being positive and moving positively
and helping others.
and helping others, that's what it did. That's what it did for me.
Wow.
Helping others. I get a lot back in return from that. It means a lot to me.
See, that right there is a very, very, very important point. She's just shared with you all the adversity that she's had to deal with to this point. And the fact that once it was behind her, the first thing she did was start trying to help others. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back tonight. I know how to pick guests, don't I? Well, hey, look, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back with Andrea. Don't y'all go anywhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket, just to get you happy on out.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through March 4th is $1 off crisscross pretzels, buy one, get one free on hot dogs, and $2 off on Piedmontese brats. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, and at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
Just about everyone from every part of the state wants to win one of the 8 gray 2025 Ford F-150 XLT trucks in Trucks and Bucks, your Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch game. But remember, since Nebraskans of all ages and locations around the state just love this game, tickets will sell fast. So play today and experience the power of gray. Trucks and Bucks top prize odds are 1 in 336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
Opportunity can knock at any moment. When it does, you can't afford to miss a call. That's why you need a business phone system that gives your team the flexibility to answer anytime, anywhere. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, we make it easy to equip your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. We enhance the efficiency technology provides while putting people first in all we do. That's why we meet your business right where you are by offering customized office technology solutions that meet your specific needs. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you the highest quality roofing solutions. Whether it's new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, we back. Well, you know, man, Andrew shared quite a bit with us, and I just want y'all to know that I'm grateful that she's willing to share because it's going to help somebody. You know, a lot of people suffer in silence, and I I admire people that have the courage to share their trials and tribulations and tough times. Now, Andrew, I got to ask you another question too. You said something during the break that kind of got my attention. You say you serve something about bullying.
Yes, I've been working with Belmont Community Center and going in and working with their youth because prevalence of bullying is a thing. And so they really care over there. So they have me come in as the expert, teach the children kindness, how not to be labeled as a bully, and helping them to, when they're having a hard time, we put a behavior modification into place with reward system. So those students have a better chance of being successful at not having the bullying behavior and targeting people.
Well, I was sitting there thinking too, with all the helping that you do, sometimes when you have a little discouraging moment, what do you do for Andrea?
I dance, listen to music, and I go look for you.
Why you look for me? I ain't do it.
Well, when I come look for you, I'm always going to find something to bring my happy back, to uplift me every time.
Man, that's what's up. Thank you so much for saying that, because that's
It's the truth.
Well, that's what I want to do. I like seeing people happy. I wished I was in a position to do more, but if I can just put a smile on somebody's face for a few seconds, even if they're laughing at me, because this is well documented that I cannot dance, but let me tell you, I can dance, and I'll do whatever I need to do whether it's Facebook or whatever, Instagram or YouTube, whatever, to make people smile. I don't make money for doing that. I do that because I enjoy it. And it makes, like you had said earlier, it makes me feel good. But I just, what came to my mind was, after all this adversity that you just shared with us, you come out the other side with a really, really grateful heart and a positive mental attitude. I just think that's I don't even have a word for that. I mean, that's amazing, because it would be very easy for you to be just the opposite. You could be bitter. You could be, woe is me. The world is wronging me. But I don't get that from you. I've never seen that come from you. And I know about a lot of your trials and tribulations, but I had no idea that you was doing all the things that you're doing for the community. I mean, I knew you was doing some things, but you're doing a lot of things. And I'm just trying to figure out how you, man, I don't even know how you doing all that. But you know what? I'm going to encourage you to keep doing it if that's something you can do. You have to also remember this, Andrea. When you're doing positive things, unfortunately, there's not a lot of encouragement given. And I'm sure you've experienced that too. But apparently it has not discouraged you, because you're still doing it. Now, you got something else going on too. Go on, break the news. What you doing currently? I think I know, but I want to know for sure.
I am running for school board, for Lincoln Public School Board seat in District 3.
What? Wow. Now, what made you take on that?
I'm already serving families in that way through the nonprofit anyway.
Yeah.
And they call me when there's things that they need to go and deal with the administration office to help them navigate it. They ask me, because I used to be a parent connector and a trainer with well-being and behavioral health with UNL as a parent connector. So I already have that backing of being able to connect parents to be great advocates for their youth. So I just use those skills, go in and sit in on some of these meetings with some of these parents, and also help the administrators to better serve them, maybe come a little better than they come, being that person.
You know that, I mean, I want y'all to know that this lady has basically put her personal life on the back burner to help others. How many people can say that? Not many. How many people want to do that? Not many. And I gotta give respect and show love to that. And I know that ain't why she came here tonight, but I'm gonna show love whether she wants it or not, because I think she deserves it. And I want to know, how can people support you? How can people find you?
If they go to any of our social media, it's Andrea Evans or LPS School Board. We're on TikTok, we're on IG, we're on Facebook, or you could just look me up on my page, which is Andrea Evans.
There you have it. That's the information you need. I just want to make sure, I had to make sure that everybody knew how to reach out to you, because I want people to support what you're doing, because I know where your heart is. Some people run for different things for personal reasons, but I just know that that's not your case.
They're not paying. It's not a paid position. Let me throw that out there.
It's not a paid position. So what's the motivation? It has to be from within.
That's right. And it's the people.
Right.
It takes a whole village, Ricky, and we are the village.
Right. And I think that's pretty important, that you can look outside yourself and your own personal stuff to try to help others. I'm going to keep saying that for the rest of my life. I think it's important to help others. I mean, I understand, that we're not always in a position to maybe do something financially, but you can still support people in other ways than just financial. And I see you doing a lot of that. I mean, and with that thing that you do with Belmont, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very important, because I don't know the true effects, but I do know that social media has come into play, and a lot of, especially our youth, but I mean everybody in general, but especially the youth, they get a lot of disappointment from social media, because if you're not popular, then you're probably going to get bullied.
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen a lot with this, when you're working with the bullying aspect?
Yes. And one thing I've learned, asking the child why they're doing it, the ones that are targeting people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, some of the reasons are pretty deep.
Oh, wow.
We have to call parents. That's how deep it is.
Ah, gotcha.
There's a reason they're doing it. If you can reach them and the help they need, they're seeking help when they're doing it. That's what it is.
Wow. So, I mean, a lot of times it would be easier just to label them as bad kids, but it's really not necessarily always that's not always the case.
I don't call them bullies. I don't say you're a bully. And I help the other youth to know we don't call them a bully. This is a child who's exhibiting a behavior, which happens to be bullying.
Gotcha. Nice way to put that. That way, the kid realizes that he has a chance to change, or she has a chance to change.
That's right.
Wow, that's really, really. I just think that's important too, man. I mean, you do a lot of really important stuff, and if I had to guess, a lot of it, like you said, is not even something that you do for money.
No, I don't. I don't get paid for half or more than half of the stuff that I do. It is nice, though, when you have young adults who are running organizations today that say, you're worthy to be paid and we're going to pay you.
Yeah.
And so that happens too. You know, to be appointed on a lot of these commissions, my lived experience voice can bring in some income.
Well, we all need some type of income just to survive, so I get that. But I still say that what you do, you're not compensated as much as you should, because what you do is so important. I happen to know that for a fact because when you're trying to help people, a lot of times that doesn't come with compensation,
That's right.
you know. And I'm speaking from personal experiences of people wanting me to come and speak, you know, and I do a lot of free stuff, don't get me wrong. But every time my phone bill shows up, I try to tell the phone company, well, hey, well, you know, I'm a good person, and I help a lot of people. And they say the same thing every time. That is so important. But however, your bill is. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny here, but I am trying to be funny.
It's the truth.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, after the fact, when tragedy strikes, then they want you to come in and play something that you can't play, which is, in my opinion, is playing God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, prevention is kind of where I think you and I both fall under that category. We are working on trying to help people in advance because we have this foreign thing. A lot of kids, they don't know this. And I found it kind of amazing because I spoke to a young group of kids just the other day in a classroom setting, and I asked, do you know what hindsight means? And they didn't.
Mm.
And that kind of caught my attention because it's kind of like you said, he's not a bully. He's just a person that's exhibiting. Well, a lot of these kids just don't know, you know, and when they didn't know what hindsight was, you know, it was kind of eye opening for me. And I get it. I mean, some of these things that we're talking about, like hindsight, I don't think that the things that our youth are interested in, I don't think that that's where their focus is. The video games probably don't talk about hindsight. You know, the little technical devices like the phones that they like to stare at all the time, I don't think they're looking up or Googling hindsight. I just don't think that's what they're doing. So, I mean, I don't know for a fact because they're doing so much. And out of fairness, I'm not making excuses for them, but the youth today have way more distractions than we had. So I try to my best to be understanding when it comes to that. You know, I mean, they got way more. I mean, this cell phones and all these electronic things that they have. I know it has the value, not that guy, but I just think to an underdeveloped mind, they can do a lot of harm as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is that safe to say in your opinion?
It is safe to say, because now they have, you know, it's not just bullying that happens in the room. It happens online, cyberbullying.
Yeah.
It happens too.
That's, you know, you know, and that kind of puzzles me because I know it happens, but it's like, man, as long as you keep your hands to yourself, I can pretty much, you know, I would think, but then that's old school, you know. But I guess what people say about you online, you know, is like very important to the youth. And I mean, I'm sure it's important to adults as well, but I don't know. I just can't bring myself to let that be a reason why I don't sleep good.
That's right.
You know, I mean, it just seems kind of strange to me. So, Andrew, what is this experience like? You know, I'm trying to think about the school board. Is that a lengthy process, or can you kind of explain what you have to go through to do this?
Well, this is what they call a down race. And
What is that?
Which means city and state election.
Okay.
It's not like the big presidential and it happens every November. I think people misunderstand that. This is a race that happens. You go and file, and you've got 2 months to, you know, get your campaign going and to get voted by, you know, people in the district that you live in.
Okay.
Not even everybody in the city can vote. Has to be the people in your district.
Ah. Oh, okay. So then you got to go out and try to reach the people in your district, or
That's right.
some kind of way get in touch with them to get them to support you.
That's right.
Wow. I won't be doing that.
So you have April 8th, and there's 3 running in my race. So 2 of us have to beat out 1 to make it to the general election May 8th.
Well, you ain't got to worry about Ricky running. I'll be cheerleading for you, though, but I will not be in that race. I admire you for doing that. I just think that, especially like you say, it doesn't come with compensation. So we know money ain't the motive.
Mm-mm.
So you're staying true to what you believe. And again, I'm giving props because I already know everybody ain't giving props. They're not.
Nope.
Because you're doing now. If you go do something that don't make no sense, you'll get all the props you can stand.
That's true.
But the fact that you're doing something that's going to be positive, something that's going to help people, I just think that it's not going to you're not going to get the pats on the back that I think you deserve. So I'm trying to give you as many of them tonight as I can. Hopefully it'll tie you over, and the rest of them you can find me on social media. And you can get some
You
more.
already know I'm gonna go looking for you. I'll be like, I need a little lift today. Let me. I might need it more than one.
Hey, look, we're gonna take one more break. Don't y'all go nowhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Get You Happy On Hour.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Simmons & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Simmons & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Simmons & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyk Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings, and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air. 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 435-5555. John Henry's
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, we back. I gotta check in right quick. Bot, man, anybody checking out the show?
Yeah, we got some comments today off of YouTube. Brett says, happy Sunday, big bruh. Tim Rector says, great program. Theola Cooper chimes in off YouTube as well, says, happy Sunday. Hey, Miss Andrea, great hearing about you, what you do for your community. And Odious Lee off of Facebook says, great show, little bro.
Man, big shout out to everybody, man, that took time out to watch the show and the comment. That means the world to me. I only got a few minutes left, so I got a couple more things I want to get in. First I want to get in is, Andrew, you got anybody you want to shout out to?
Yes, I want to say shout out to my sister Shannon. Happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Shout out to my wonderful queen mother, Stella, and all 7 of my wonderful babies. I want to say, keep your happy on, y'all.
Get your happy on. I really, 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 really appreciate, having you on tonight, and I think there was something else we were going to discuss right quick. I'm drawing a blank. I can't get it, but I'll figure it out. Well, I'll put it like this. If I don't get it, we'll put it in the comments or something. We'll make sure we get it out there. I also, I want you to understand that I really appreciate you for coming onto the show and for being transparent. That's very important. And I think it helps some people tonight. And for that, I'm grateful as well. I always try to be considerate of others. And I'm sitting there thinking about all the stuff you didn't share with us tonight and all the things that you're doing for the community. I just got one last question. I got to ask it. When Andrea finally gets a little time to herself, how does Andrea get her happy on?
I listen to music and get my dance on. Yes.
Hey, she might get out there and me, but that's okay. Look here, we're going to wrap the show up the same way we do every week. Every day you blessed to say it's just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Go! We'll see y'all next Sunday.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications.